Hey guys, Kaya here. So today I want to talk about PKR refractive surgery. It's like the Lasik surgery that you can get. I mean, there's Lasik and then there's PKR. I just wanted to go over that because I recently received it about 3 months ago. I received it in mid-December of it was the 16th actually of 2015, and today is I think it's like 18th of March 2016. So I just wanted to give my experience of it and say the pros and cons so far, in case you were thinking about getting it. So, when I joined the military, that was one of the main things I wanted to do. Ever since I was at least 8 years old, I've always needed glasses, and then more recently, within the past 4 years, I started wearing contacts. And I just was sick of not being able to see. The eye doctor said my vision was moderate, so it wasn't terrible, but to me it was pretty terrible. I hated not being able to like go swim uh, because I either couldn't see underwater because it was blurry, or like I couldn't wear contacts and glasses, and like when you're doing sports and stuff, that stuff can get in the way, and then if something gets in your contact or your eyes are dry, that can cause irritation. So I just got sick of that, and it was just something I always wanted to do. So I did it. The process was pretty lengthy for me. For some people, I think it's easier. For me, I started in I want to say July of 2015. So they told me basically I had to be out of contacts and in glasses for 30 days. That ended up being until December, honestly, when I was uh, in out of contacts. So it just kept getting pushed back. I went and basically, for the Air Force at least, you have to have the same vision for, I believe, 2 years in a row or a year. And they check it and it can't have changed. So it didn't. You also have to be at least 21 years of age. I wanted to get it done. My first duty station wasn't old enough. Went to Korea. It's not allowed there. So I came here. So I'm in glasses. They do all these tests on you. If all the tests go through well, then they'll. I'm overseas, so I had to do it at an Army installation because there's no Air Force installations closer to me, which is why my process was harder. So I had to send all the stuff up to the Air Force, this whole package. It took, I want to say, about 3 weeks, and the Air Force approved it. So once they approved it, I had to send it to the Army hospital to see if they would approve it. Once they did, then I basically came down and I had to send the packet up to my commander along with go and get checked out by them. So I went and they looked at me and they did their own pre-op and I passed. There was a couple things that came up that were flags that could have disqualified me. So I was nervous about that, but they were like, "Oh, it's okay right now." I went through my commander and the chain, like it was terrible. All the paperwork, honestly, it was so much, but it's definitely worth it. It's just getting a lot of things approved, and then it was like an hour and a half away from me, so I had to drive there and have lodging and everything. Once I got approved, I had one more pre-op the day before the surgery. So went there, and one of the things that had flagged me, one of them was still kind of a big thing. So they had me do the test, and they basically told me the day before the surgery, I've been doing this for like 6 months at this point, and they tell me if this doesn't come back okay, then you're disqualified for good. And I literally almost started crying. So I was like praying at that point. They took me back, they did the test, and they had to do it a couple times because, and they were being nice to me honestly because it wasn't looking good. I was literally like almost in tears, but everything was through and they cleared me. So I went back. We had this really long briefing. I was getting sick throughout the briefing because of some of the things that are being said that could happen and everything. And basically, only certain people were even allowed to get LASIK because of how thick our corneas were. Mine was very, very thin, which was one of the issues. Uh, and they told us who was going to get PKR. We had to sign certain risk factors. I did because my conditions, and I was still kind of nervous, so I talked to the colonel overall, and she got a few other doctors' opinions, and I ended up doing it. So the day of the surgery, I was there. I remember being so nervous. They give you a Valium, And we go in, and basically you lie under this light, and they're around you, and they numb your eyes. They put numb drops in, and they put these like prong things in there to keep your eyes open. If you ever seen like Final Destination, you've seen it before. So they do that, and at this point, I'm like getting nervous. So she has this like scraper thing that has like a vibrating sensation. So she starts scraping your cornea, and my right eye, I don't. There's only one drop of numb medicine she put in there. I like yelled out loud in pain. Like I felt it when she did it. So they put like four more drops, and they did it again. I didn't really feel anything. So they were scraping your cornea, and then at one point they cover one of your eyes and they tell you, hey, look at the laser, and whatever you do, do not look away from the laser. Like when we tell you to look, don't look away. And I just saw this flashing, like red orange dot. So all I'm thinking at this point is don't look away, because it could ultimately blind you because they're burning your eye, they're cutting it. So my right eye was tearing up really bad, but they kind of helped me with that. And then my left eye was a lot better. The worst part, I think, was being able to smell them burn my cornea. You just can smell your eye burning. It was very, very quick. I want to say like 10, 15 minutes. I got up, I looked across the room, and I could see very clearly. I could see the clock. And then I kind of started getting blurry. So after that, I went to eat, and I had numb drops. Later on, the numb drops start wearing off, so they give you drugs. I was pretty drugged up for a while. A problem that I had is they were overdosing me, and my body couldn't take the drugs. So the next day we had day after like checkup, and I was throwing up the whole night. Throwing up in the lobby, throwing up in the doctor's office. I was nauseous. I was sick. So the doctor took me off that pain medication. He said, hey, don't take this anymore. But he didn't prescribe me a new pain medication. When I say I've never felt like, I don't have children, so I've never felt worse pain in my life. That night, I literally called 911. Like I had to go to the ER. Because I felt everything on my eyes, and it was horrible. But not everyone's experience is that bad. Some people are okay, but mine it was bad. I was sick. I couldn't eat anything. So I went there. They gave me pain medication, and they numbed me up for a little bit. And the next few days were really rough. I didn't have an escort, so I was there alone. You're in shade the whole time. Like the tiniest light is just. It's like you're staring into the sun. It was just bright. I was sick, but eventually it started getting better. I wasn't as drugged. And yeah, I had like a 1 week post-op, and my vision, it gets worse before it gets better. And it was 2040, I think, at that point. I started out with like 2300. Like I had very bad vision. It was like 2040. It was all kind of blurry, but I could see. My eyes were still kind of scratchy. They took off they put contacts in to like help protect your eyes. They took them out, and I could feel it. Like it felt like dirt in my eyes. Over the next few months, pretty much it was just for a month I wore sunglasses like all day. Everything was just so bright. They had steroid drops and vitamins I had to take. I just got off the vitamins. Right now I'm down to one steroid drop a day. Every month, pretty much for 4 months, you just go 4, 3, 2, 1. But there's these other like refresh that you take all day. So your eyes get very dry. At nighttime, it's kind of halo-y, but it's getting better. But I recently went in for my 3-month post-op, and I'm in both eyes 2015, which is better than 2020 vision. I have better than perfect vision, and I just feel so blessed. Literally, I wake up, or I'll stop sometime, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I can see, And if you have perfect vision, you don't really think about it, but like waking up in the morning and just being able to like see and go is just amazing to me. And going from what I had to better than perfect vision is great. So if anyone had any questions about it, feel free to contact me, message me or comment below. I know this is kind of long. I was trying not to go too much in detail, but I just wanted to give some information. But yeah, some people I talk to, they say they never get it because they're just scared, and honestly, I would recommend it to anyone. And it's absolutely amazing. It's changed my life, and I'm so thankful and so blessed to have had the opportunity to get it. And the best part is it's in the Air Force. It is free, so I didn't pay for it. And on the outside world, it's a few $1,000s. It could even be more than that each eye. So I'm just incredibly blessed. But yeah, if anyone has any questions about it, feel free to message me or comment below. I hope I've given enough information. I know it's kind of vague in some spots, but I was trying to keep this not be too long, which it is now. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a fantastic existence. All right. I don't know what that was. All right. You guys be awesome, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.